Good morning, everybody. It's Kristina Dennis, the Transformational Self-Empowerment Master. And I am coming in this morning with a little bit of whirlwind energy in regards to getting everything done. And that's frustrating to me. But at the same time, I'm committed to, sharing thoughts and reaching out and putting my intentions toward what I want to do. Transformational self-empowerment is all about ending suffering. If I had to put it down in one line, and many of us don't realize, okay, I don't suffer, or I'm not suffering. We think that it has to be some big, gigantic pain, or maybe you are in that kind of pain. I'm not sure. But the one thing that I know about myself, and I am learning through all of this work, and through my biggest transformation, which was learning how to be a special needs mom and not to walk every day afraid that my child was not going to be okay in the end. Big, like bachelor, PhD in codependency recovery, that scenario, because who's going to come up and pull my covers and tell me quit worrying, or you're making a big deal out of nothing, or other people have it worse? Not many people. And those who did, I would shut them out. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'd be like, screw you, get away from me. You don't know the kind of pain I'm in. But I couldn't sustain that suffering. And as I am going through life, 25 years down the road of recovery in regards to personal development and working with others and hitting these milestones and thinking that this was going to be the end of my suffering, the end of my pain, realizing that once I was able to heal the soul with a lot of help and with my Creator's love, that a lot of things in my life, most things, I want to say 100%, but I'm not quite there yet. Most things in my life are, it's my choice whether to suffer over them. And that does not mean, I'm not talking about true grief. Grief is very different. Losing someone is real. Going through divorce is real. Being scared for your child is real. But I can choose to stay in that suffering, or I can choose to move beyond that suffering and understand, look for all of the good. We have this old reptilian brain that has trained us to look for danger. And it doesn't serve us in today's world, because most of us, at least if you're watching this video, don't have to look out for a saber-toothed tiger. So we don't have to have that. But in replace of that, we pick up other things to ruminate on. And I have some favorites. And I want you to challenge yourself to think about some of the things that you bring up in your own mind, that you ruminate on, that you play with. I used to say, I pick up and play with it like it's a little trinket, a bibelot, if you're French. They were almost my treasures, because if I wanted to feel deeply, or I wanted to feel grounded, if things were going too well, or I was afraid that I was going to get hurt and that, proverbial smack of the universe was going to come up because I thought I was too big for my britches, or who do I think I am? I would pick up these stories and tell myself them. And so I was listening to a more masculine person who does what I do, and his comments about suffering, the end of suffering, is what we're all looking for. And we go down the wrong path. Everybody knows you can't buy happiness, right? Not really. We kind of believe we can still. I talked about that yesterday with the dopamine that happens when you find that perfect treasure. But how do you get beyond that? Okay, so you're going to stop picking up things, or stop pursuing the wrong things in order to have a generous, happy life. How do you make it possible for yourself to be happy? How do you end the suffering? Well, that's what transformational self-empowerment is all about. And, for myself, I can look at concrete beauty that I have every day, and I can feel, no matter what is happening, that everything is going to be okay and everything is settled. And that's almost near impossible with autism being, a big character in your life, or playing a big part of your life. But I am, and I'm here. And that's why I want to bring this message to others. So think about today, what are the things that you are picking up and playing with? What is it that, Gay Hendricks calls your upper limiting belief? Lots of people have different words for it. They're real. The feelings are real. I always say you have to feel them for a minute, acknowledge them, accept them, and move beyond them. And how do we do that? Now, I'm going to have some other ideas about how you kind of can do that. I have a lot of them on my website. And when I work with people, we talk weekly about how to move beyond that so they can download the information and practice different skill sets so that it doesn't sit with them. The 5-second rule, the 90-second rule. The 90-second rule needs to be like, it's okay, my first reaction. It's okay if I freeze and I'm absolutely ready to move, or I'm not sure how to accept something as truth, or is it even truth, or what could be an option. That takes a little bit of time. So I don't feel like I'm ever going to be just innate calmness. Like I feel, like there's always going to be an option to become incredibly anxious very quickly. But I like the idea of ending suffering. And so when people ask me, what do? I end suffering. And that to me is the most important thing that I can do. And as I'm doing that, people have better lives and I have better lives. And the acts of service that come within that. Simon Sinek always talks about the fact that if you do something beautiful for somebody, they get a little shot of oxytocin and you get a little shot of oxytocin, and somebody watching gets a little shot of oxytocin. And we women who are in our late 40s, our oxytocin or estrogen's going, boop, and it hurts. I'm not going to lie, it hurts sometimes. And so I'm going to go out and grab all the oxytocin I can get through touch, through watching beautiful events, through seeing kindness, because kindness is all around. And I am going to continue to work on my mindset and my emotional, my nervous system, the things that are being reflected back to me for information. I'm going to keep inputting beauty into that. And when I feel myself suffering, compassion first, acceptance, and then moving on to a new story. So I just wanted to leave that there. I hope you all have a great day. Hi, Liz. I'm getting off now, but I'll see you soon. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.